You are not confused because God is silent. And the shocking truth is that his voice is often clearer than you think. But it rarely competes with the noise you allow to dominate your attention. Because Scripture reveals that God speaks in a still, small voice, not in chaos or pressure, as 1 Kings 19 quietly confirms. You want certainty, signs, and instant clarity. Yet Jesus warns that hearing God is less about volume and more about posture, because John 10:27 makes it unmistakable. His sheep recognize his voice, not because it shouts, but because they are familiar with it. One hidden insight is that God's voice never contradicts his word. So when a thought produces peace without compromise, conviction without condemnation, and direction without fear, you are likely hearing him rather than your emotions, aligning with 2 Timothy 1:7. Another warning surfaces when you realize how easily impatience disguises itself as urgency, pushing you toward rushed decisions God never asked for, even though Isaiah 30:21 reminds you that his guidance is steady and precise, saying, "This is the way, walk in it, not hurry or miss it." You may assume God's voice always sounds comforting, but Scripture reveals it often brings conviction before comfort, because Hebrews 12:6 shows that correction is evidence of love, not rejection, and the voice that exposes is often the one protecting you. A third hidden truth is this: God speaks most clearly when your heart is surrendered, not frantic, because Proverbs 3:5-6 warns that leaning on your own understanding distorts discernment, while trust realigns your hearing. Distractions, emotional overload, and constant input can dull spiritual sensitivity, making God's voice seem distant when in reality your focus has shifted, which is why Psalm 46:10 calls you to be still before you can truly know. God's voice will consistently lead you toward obedience, humility, forgiveness, and truth, never toward pride, fear, or confusion, because James 3:17 describes his wisdom as pure, peaceable, and sincere. And here is the decisive challenge. If you want to recognize God's voice right now, examine what you're listening to most, what you're obeying least, and what you're avoiding internally. Because clarity often returns the moment alignment does. And if this stirred recognition in you, write the phrase "Speak, Lord" in the comments as a quiet declaration that you're choosing attentiveness over noise and trust over control.